We'll confirm that later though. Now we're having a look at our two players. Starting to the bottom left, once more we have the Protoss player. In red, it is MVP Finale Vampire. His teammate already advanced today over parting. Has to face Hyun in the next round, in the last round of Koday. To the top right, currently have his opponent, the Terran player for the StarTale team. It is Hack.
Hack, very underrated player, I would say.
Yeah, very strong, especially against Protoss, which we've seen on the last map in the past.
Yeah, this is his best matchup.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Just so well versed in and all sorts of builders. This guy is... I would actually, if I had to compare him to someone from another race, I would actually compare him to Genius from Protoss. I feel like Hack is like the Genius of Terran. He just has so many builds, he's unpredictable, and he just overall has a good knowledge of the game and how to respond to different situations like we saw last game.
I'm a little bit interested in what exactly we are seeing now. Most likely it's going to be more of a just standard game, just straight up, and not any kind of 4-gauge shenanigans or anything like it. But Hack now is in an awesome position. He can play it a little bit more aggressively if he wants to. He has an advantage in the best of 3 right now, and it's not only about the games itself, but also about the overall situation. And if you then play a little bit more risky because you know that you already have an advantage, starts the supply depot here in order to make sure that the probe is not gonna be able to get into the main base and scout if there's gas or not before he continues his scouting pattern.
Yeah, really well done there. Finale places his pylon at the top right of his base, which doesn't necessarily mean anything special, but just one thing to note, a lot of players will reinforce their additional pylon for the gate and core. Some like to make it on the edge of their base.
Scout to the left side of the map with the probe in order to make sure that there is no forward barracks.
You know, what if Finale just does it again? What if he just goes and tries to hide that probe and builds his gateways where that pylon is in the top right? I would not put it past him.
The problem that he's facing now is, of course, that we have a SCV already in his main base. He has the control over the Zalnaga watchtower. He doesn't really scout what's going on.
And also, he's used too much chrono boost for this to be a 4-gate. Yeah. He's used all of it.
Hack, for a second, thought about using command center on the low ground, but now he has the SCV on the high ground, and will drop the second CC very soon. There it is.
Yeah, he actually made an eBay there. That was kind of weird. By the way, the command center goes down now. I'm thinking that Finale is actually just going to play a straight up game now.
Yeah.
He's still saving some chrono. He does not want the SCV to know what he's going to chrono. Looks like he's just going to wait until the Stalker's out, then use it.
And right now we have, of course, for Hack, most likely usual follow-up barracks should be built very, very soon. We have him now with a few Marines on the low ground, not a single bunker thus far. But we also see the SCV just trying to get a glimpse at the bottom left if Finale is going to add Nexus right away. There it goes. Nexus being built for Protoss. Well, now Hack adds the bunker at the front in order to make sure that he can safely get his expand. And he actually gets the second command center. Well, the third in total, but the second expansion.
Finale is saving so much chrono boost right now. He has 66. There's no reason for him to be saving it either. Like, he should be chrono boosting either his Nexus, his Gate, or his Cybernetics core. In a few seconds, he could actually do all 3, as he now has 75 energy. The SCV is still in the main. Okay, he's adding a Gate to the left side. I think he's going to do it potentially. Is he going to Nexus cancel? There's no way. He may just do 4 gateways off of 2 Nexi. We've seen that pressure a lot. Chrono boost is core. This is a strange build.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. Second gas goes down as well. But Hack now with the second bunker. He knows that with the build that he chose, he's a little bit vulnerable. It's a very greedy build. He focuses on minerals alone. Up to now, he doesn't mine gas. He just added those 2 refineries. They are not done yet. Then he will get gas. But he has 2 orbitals already. The third command center will be upgraded to an orbital very, very soon. And then we have, of course, his capabilities of getting 3 harvests at the same time and the triple mule, which is really important for him.
Yeah.
Gets a little bit greedy here, but so far he gets away with it. There's not any kind of aggression coming from Finale, and even if there was, Hack already has 2 bunkers. And
I'm with you 100%. I don't like the usage of chrono boost from Finale in this game. It just doesn't seem to make sense. He basically just lost a bunch of extra production time. He still has 58 chrono energy on his Nexus, and he's not using it on anything. Now you chrono boost again double. But I mean, it looked like he had something special planned, and in reality, he's actually just doing a one gate expand into Robo with gates before the Robo going down, going up to 3. So his build is not too out of the ordinary. But Hack with that fast third command, so triple mules and triple SCV production is going to be able to surpass him in economy quite quickly.
It definitely looked like he was hesitating there for quite a while. So at this point, Hack takes a huge lead in the game. A decent lead. He currently is, of course, a little bit behind, but this third command center will come into play very soon. The orbital is already done upgrading, and now he gets just more gas. He gets SCV after SCV and a small bioforce on the low ground. With 3 bunkers, he's completely safe here.
Yeah, he doesn't have to worry about anything. And Finale now, double forge. He's going to be grabbing those upgrades for his units a little bit faster than Hack, who's only going for 1 Engineer's Bay right now. This always happens when you go for a fast third command center. All your tech gets slightly delayed, including your upgrades.
Marines in the perfect position in the main base to intercept the observer. I think it already has been spotted, and here comes in. Waits for the scan energy, runs away a little bit. He knows that it's there.
Yeah, I think he wants to just bait it back and then grab it. He's now moving in.
Oh, wow.
He just barely had it. Yeah, now he's going to get away.
Yeah, he has the 50 energy now, but didn't have it before that. A little bit unfortunate for him. Well, we have now +1/+1 being started for Finale, also the robotic spade. But also Hack is with the engineering base now in the position that he can start his upgrades. Stim is not done just yet, but the +1 attack timing is good. So right now both of them, as you can see, just gearing up. But the third base is already in position for Hack, which gives him quite the advantage. Finale with the probe that we have on screen is able to get another Nexus if he wants to, but he will already be behind in economy.
I like his idea to take this Nexus. Oh, he's at 3 gates though. It looks like he's not quite confident to do that just yet. Once he gets those gates up first, he's going to go up to 6. He is going to take the Nexus though.
Yeah, he scouted with the Observer, moved in and saw that there's a third base for Hack, and upon realizing that we have 3 bases for the Terran, he dropped his own Nexus.
It looks like it's starting to seem like he wants to pressure the third base of his opponent with those gates and some Colossi while taking his Nexus of his own. He is going to have to defend against Hack's pressure though. This is a great move by Hack to develop this very strong Bioforce, try to keep Finale off of his third, because he knows the Observer saw it. So he's like, well, you may want to put some pressure on here, but you're going to deal with my pressure first. The upgrade advantage is going to be insane for Finale though if he continues his production here. Its Pilot Council is a little bit late.
Second eBay has been started for Hack as well as the Armory. And the Harvest account is practically even. The mineral income therefore, of course, a little left. Hack moves in right now with this Bioforce, trying to snipe the Nexus, but not fast enough.
Those force shields were just not good. He wasn't able to get really anything there, and he's going to continue to attack. He's still the second time here.
His army is getting really low on HP, especially since the combat HP is missing, but he's able to force the cancel on the Nexus.
Hack in a beautiful position now, and he's even going to turn it down a sentry or two.
Has moved back, lifts everything off as he sees the Colossus, moves back. Really well done here for Hack. +2/+2 has been started immediately for Finale, but with the third base delayed, this is a very, very bad situation for him to be in.
Yeah, his opponent not only had a faster third, but now he's got this uncontested third because he lost some of his army. Finale's army is kind of crippled. He's trying to continue those upgrades, get the advantage there. He's getting the Templar Archives as well.
And this is a little bit tricky. Being on 2 bases and only having 2 gas, you can't afford to get the Colossi and all the upgrades in addition to the Storm Tech and the High Templars. So he really needs this third base right now.
He's only got 2 Harvesters and one of his gases at his natural as well. Something I just noticed, so he's even missing on a little bit more gas.
Yeah, definitely a mistake here. It's definitely not intentional. You can see now that Hack is in a really good position regarding his gas and his mineral income when you compare it to Finale. And of course, the Terran player is also moving out now. He has the robotics tech coming up. Everything is just going his way. He has such a nice lead now in this game.
That was really good. And you know, Finale, he's got a lot of units now, defensively, but does he have enough to spread them? I mean, he's got strong units, like we walked in, he's got an army here, but can he actually defend against multi-pronged drop harassment, where he's got units running into his third, units going in the main?
A big drop now actually being about to be executed. He actually scans ahead. Here comes the army.
Yeah, this is not, you can't fight this army straight up. Decides to run away, a very smart choice by Hack. He doesn't have to take a fight here or take an economic lead because he already has one.
Yeah, he is a bit behind in the upgrades. This is of course something that he knows. he checked his opponent's units earlier, and therefore he's a little bit uncomfortable of engaging into the situation right now. But with this additional tech coming up for him, just researching the Möbius reactor and being about to build the first ghost, he really wants to wait a little bit longer.
Will 3-3 started by Finale. He's got 2-2 done. He needs to do that to perpetuate his advantage. Starts +3 attack. Doesn't have enough gas for +3 armor just yet, but he will soon.
Not a lot of engagements in this game so far. The only thing that we've seen was Hack darting in and forcing the cancel on the third base, but this is something that definitely works in his favor. You can already see that he's getting ahead in the overall supply. His upgrades are decent as well. And now he has already, well, he has EMPs and ghosts on the map, whereas Storm Tech has not been researched for Finale. This is something that he's lacking.
Yeah, he's only made a few Archons, 2 in fact. He's adding an additional Templar in now. Just one more Archon, but Hack, he just has this super tough army. Yeah. And even though the upgrade advantage is for Finale, it won't matter too much if he can't engage properly. Again though, Hack not quite getting into the position he wants to. He does not want to fight this army like this straight up.
Another problem is we only have two Colossi. That's not a lot. There is not a lot of area of effect damage. And look at this, the EMPs, wow, they rip through these Zealots, and now the Colossi, everything is just going wrong for Finale here. With this stutter step.
Yeah, that's exactly. As long as he does that stutter step, as you said, he's going to beat this army because there's no AoE, there's no range damage really even.
There is just no Storm, no Colossi. He needs something. There's so much DPS for Hack, even though he's behind in upgrades. He's stinning again because he knows he can pull it off. He's taking off every single tech unit now.
There's so little hit points in those units, but the DPS does not change based on hit points, so he doesn't care. He continues in. He still has all these Vikings. Finale is trying to reproduce Colossi right now. He still doesn't have Storm even started, but the Vikings already, he could actually even land them to have them participate in the fight. This is going to be an excellent angle of attack for Hack. He stims again. Not enough hit points inside Zoe now. A few Vikings, actually a ton of Vikings going down there.
That was a little bit overzealous, especially with the stim that he used. His units are so low on hit points. He needs more medivacs immediately.
This drop, though, is a great choice. He's picking off the production here.
The drop in the main base, that's the main issue here. The natural, the third base, of course, it's not being pressured too much. Well, there is a lot of pressure, and therefore Finale has to keep units on the low ground, but in the main base, that is where the real fight happens. And now he moves in at the third, while Finale has most of his units at the natural.
There's just not much he can do. The Vikings are now on the ground. He just stunners back his bio. The Vikings tank the damage. He lifts them, and he can continue the attack now with 3 additional ghosts coming in.
Look at the difference here in overall supply. We have even personal cloaking being started. He moves in again. A nice EMP is going off here. The Archons die. The Colossus too. Finale is out of luck here. Hack is going to take this 2-0. GG.
Just when you get behind an army supplied that much, your opponent can just attack you in so many different angles. The drop in the main was a problem. He tried to defend it, and then he didn't even have enough units. Even though he sent a ton into his main, the Marauders barely edged out that fight. So then he was like, well, I got to pull some of my units from the third. And then at that point, Hack is like, I know. And then he runs into the third and kills it. I mean, it's a lose-lose situation. You get that far behind against someone who really knows how to use medevacs and multitask against you. You won't be able to compete.
2-0 for Hack. He advances to the third round. Finale is not able to win a single map here. And this concludes it for our early group today here at Code A at the GSL. The evening matches will show up on screen in just a few seconds. This, of course, is going to happen in 3 hours. We have Byung against Genius, Creator versus Beyond, Alive against MC, and last but not least, Roro against Ryung. Really, really good games later on.
So we'll see you guys then. Take your quick little break. We'll see you in about 3 hours. Goodbye.